top-down leadership fails in turbulent environments. And this was back in 2005 when they're like, why do you think we're going to have more turbulent environments? We're like, there's reasons. And
exactly.
And we're teaching people that if you're a manager, you must tell people what to do. And I'm like, oh, that is so wrong, especially in a world that's changing. If anything, you should create almost a bottoms-up approach where you empower the edge and you say, look, here's our goal. Here's the swim lanes and the boundary conditions. Let's explore it together. And if you have an idea, I'm going to give you a little bit of investment. You show me what you can do in a week or two. I'm going to give you more investment if it's turning out. If not, then we'll pivot. It's all about our pivot speed. But the reality is anyone who thinks they can take playbooks from 10 years ago, let alone 20 years ago, and apply them to our now, that's death.
I think some of the opportunity with AI, it gets at sense making and learning. I mean, it isn't like I don't see it as all that much agency. I see it as a massive tool. And it, even in my own role with leadership, what I'm trying to do is have people understand the ability and the way that they can engage and sense make more widely than they used to be able to themselves, so that then they can go out and like engage better with audiences or their, respective, counterparts, because that's where it really is. It's fascinating to me, like the doom and gloom. Maybe I'm missing something on it. I'll acknowledge. But I get it. I just don't like to wholesale toss something aside. I like to question it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I talk to people.
Well, and I would say doom and gloom is not what people that say it's going to take over the world. I'm like, I am much more concerned about countries or organizations taking over the world, not AI. AI
Absolutely.
Here. The other thing that I would say is, I think the biggest risk that we're facing with generative AI specifically is that it pulls the commons that holds us together. That it's either it floods the commons with synthetic data that you can no longer trust.
Right.
It creates just little echo chambers where we no longer associate with someone who's different than us, because I define civilization as when you don't kill the new idea of the newcomer. And we seem to right now be doing that. And so I worry more.
But that's a cycle too, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and it's interesting because I was looking at when the printing press came out, there were people that were saying, oh, look, there's typos working their way into print. And even like Martin Luther says, I no longer recognize what I wrote because they've allowed things to propagate into it. And there was plagiarism. Yeah, it looks very similar to our now.